Good afternoon. My name is Kati, and as I promised before, that I will share Poland's culture shocks, the good things and the positive things I find in Poland. So, um, culture shock. Um, I'll start by defining what culture shock is. So, culture shock is when you move into a different country and then suddenly realize um, the difference between where you are and where you come from, how things run, how people behave and do things like completely different from what you are used to. So, with that said, when I first landed in Poland, I noticed the cleanness in like everywhere in the streets, in the shops, everywhere is very clean. Like it's one of the cleanest countries I've ever seen. That was a shock to me, especially when I landed straight from South Africa, where it's not very clean. There's few places like that are clean, but this place is very tidy. It's so clean. You will notice it when you land from the airport. And then in terms of everyday life, what I've noticed, Polish people are very proud people. They are proud of their culture, their history. Um, you will notice even when you walk in the streets, there's flags in their houses. Some will have flags, some will not have flags. But for me, I thought like, why do you even need to put a flag of Poland when we all know most of the population is Polish? So there's no need to put a flag. But yeah, they are very proud of their culture, proud of their heritage, and that's what I noticed when I got here. And another thing that shocked me, shops, they are shut on Sundays. It's not a thing for shops to be open on Sundays. You only find those little off-license shops, which they call them żabkas here in Poland. So you only find those ones where you can get like a few small items that you would need if you haven't done your shopping. So it's very important to do your shopping on Saturdays or Fridays before they shut everything on Sundays, because it's not a thing for shops to be open on Sundays. People go to church, they meet families and whatnot. They do a lot of things on Sundays which do not include shopping. And then um, public transport. When you use public transport, which there is a lot of public transport, there's trains, there's buses, there's private taxis, and trams. So when you get into a tram or you get into a train or a bus, you need to validate your ticket. If your ticket is not validated, they will fine you right away. So you cannot go into a public transport without a validated ticket, because you will get fined. They check your ticket if it's valid, and yeah, that's how it works. So they are very strict on public transport. So, and I'm good with that because public transport is not for me. I'm not a fan of public transport. And another thing to consider in when you're in public transport, Polish people like and enjoy their spaces. So when you are in a public transport, you must have like phone etiquette. You do not just speak on your phone, like have long conversations, and you're allowed. They love their privacy, they enjoy their public transport. So you need to be considerate when you get into public transport. You do not just take out your phone and you start yapping like the whole time. They will just look at you and they will tell you that this is not acceptable behavior in the public transport. Yeah. And then also in the public transport, they are very polite in terms of offering seats to like pregnant women and older people. That's how they show their politeness, by offering seats to older people and pregnant women. And then in terms of weather, Poland does have 4 seasons, and you will see the difference of the seasons. In winter, it is very cold and snowy. You will get as low as minus 10, 15 degrees. And then in summer, you will get plus 30 degrees. So there is beautiful summers. The winters are very cold and snowy, and you do have spring and autumn. So all 4 seasons are here, and you will see the difference. And then fashion, in terms of fashion, Polish people are very stylish, I'm telling you. Like, they know how to dress for every season. If you want to see people dressed up, you come to Poland. These people know how to dress. I am shocked literally every day when I go shopping, especially in the biggest shopping malls, which they do not call them shopping malls, they call them galerias. The clothes there are beautiful. And for me, as a fashion designer, I love clothes. I actually regret coming to Poland with a lot of clothes. Like, I came with how many suitcases? 8 suitcases full of clothes, which I shouldn't have. I should have just brought 1 suitcase so I can do my shopping and buy these beautiful, stylish clothes. Yeah, so fashion, come to Poland. You will find the best outfits, stylish, trendy. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's move on to something else. So, in terms of social habits, Polish are not big on smiles. They do not smile at you. It's not a habit for them to smile at strangers. So, do not expect them to be smiling at you when you meet anyone or pass anyone on the streets. They don't do smiles. It might look like they are rude, but it's not. They're not rude. They just don't know you. But once they warm up to you and you get to know you, they are very friendly people. They do smile at you when you know them, but it's not very common for someone to smile at you on the streets. And customer service. Customer service in Poland, literally everywhere, it's almost non-existent. If you go into a shop, you do not expect people to be like the people that work in the shop, whether it's a restaurant or in a shop, you are doing your shopping. Don't expect anyone to be hovering over you and asking if you're okay, do you need something, do you need help. They don't do that. They let you go on about your business. If you need someone to assist you, you have to go and look for someone to come and assist you. So customer service is not the best. And toast, while we're still talking about social habits. So they love to toast. There's a word they use which is called nazdrovie. Nazdrovie, it means toast, bless you. So that's one thing that they do. And they do not toast with water. So if you're going to toast something, it has to be alcohol. If you toast with water, it's considered bad luck. And another thing with social habits, direct communication. Polish people are very direct. They do not like beat about the bush. They do not sugarcoat things. They will tell you exactly what they think. They are very direct, which to some people it can come out as rude, but for someone like me, I am very blunt. I do not sugarcoat things, so I'm totally with them. I love people when they're very direct, when they don't sugarcoat things. So yeah, Polish people are very direct. And another thing, um, shoes off. So when you go into anyone's house, it's an unspoken rule that you have to take off your shoes when you get into someone's house. You you don't need to be told. You have to take off your shoes, which I've practiced that. I've been practicing that even when I was staying in England. I always take off my shoes and I expect people to take off their shoes when they come into my house, and then they walk with socks, or I will offer them slippers. And hospitality, when you go into someone's house in Poland, you are expected to bring something like a little gift. It can be chocolates, it can be biscuit, it can be wine. Because when you do get there, they will take out all the good stuff for you. They will bring you cakes, ask you if you need coffee, wine, tea, whatever. They are very hospitable. Like they're very generous when you come to the house. You will go there on an empty stomach and you come out very full because they will offer you a lot of food and drinks. So that's what I experienced as well. And when it comes to food, um, pierogi, which is dumplings, is one of their biggest pride in Poland, and it's delicious. I love pierogi. So these dumplings can be filled with meat, cheese, spinach, whatever. You can put your own fillings in them. Yeah, so they're the biggest thing to eat there in Poland. And then bread. There's lots and lots of bread. I think it's one of the countries with the best variety of bread, and they have like little bakeries everywhere where you can when you pass you can smell the fresh bread. So one of the best things about Poland is the bread. They love bread and it's delicious. Like almost everything is homemade. They love to cook. They're not very big on takeaways and fast food and all of that and eating out in restaurants. Everyone cooks in Poland. And then another thing that shocked me, pickles. They pickle everything. Like whatever veg you can think of, you will find it pickled in a bottle. I don't know what they use to pickle, but I think it's vinegar and salt and water, obviously. Yeah, so they pickle almost everything, and I'm for it. I love pickles. I've gotten used to eating everything pickled. Yeah, and for breakfast, they love sweet stuff for breakfast. It can be pancakes, it can be pastries, it can be bread, sandwiches, and then lunch consists of soups, potatoes, and meat. So the biggest food, like in terms of starch, is potatoes. They love potatoes. Like literally, you will have to have potatoes every day in the house. That's one of the biggest things they eat. Where I come from in South Africa, we eat pap, which is from maize meal, so they eat potatoes. And I'm getting used to that, to eating potatoes like every day. Yeah, so those things that I have noticed, like the biggest shocks in Poland. And I hope you enjoy that. On the next video, I will share with you the positive things about Poland that I've experienced myself. Yeah. So I'll catch you on that. Have a good afternoon. See you later.